What's up? I'm Matt.
And I'm Michelle.
And this is the Highly Recommended Podcast. I haven't even thought about what our intro is going to be, so we're off to the fluid start that we hoped for. But I did have something in mind that we could talk about. We're going to be taking a trip, at least one, to a camping festival, the High Hopes Camping Festival, Music and Camping Festival. Last time we went, when it was weekend at Wolfie's, we pulled a camper. It was a pop-up camper, small. It did what we needed.
Borrowed from a friend of ours.
They were so gracious to loan us the camper and we took it. But this time we're thinking maybe we would try to get our own camper. But so we're looking at campers, little pop-ups, something that, you know, is in the few $1,000s range, just enough that it gets you off the ground and it provides extra storage.
We're not trying to be glamping. We want the camping experience, but just maybe slightly better beds.
Yeah, I guess I'm not as opposed to sleeping in a tent. I do it probably more often than you. The camper is extra storage to bring, which is nice, but pop-up camper, it just had thin sidewalls. It's just canvas, so you don't get any noise protection really, and people were playing music next to us all night.
They had something that was like fully enclosed. They had music playing on a little stereo outside, went to bed, and then we got to listen to their music play for the rest of the night.
It's like have the earplugs for sleeping and have an eye mask.
Yes.
So when the sun comes up, you are not getting woken up by the light.
Yeah.
And that was a game changer, even though you still didn't sleep. I didn't sleep hardly at all anyway. But when it was time to sleep, it was peaceful and quiet and there was no light.
Yeah. Your not sleeping was your own doing. I think you were just eager beaver and you decided to walk the campgrounds all night instead of sleep. I will never not bring earplugs and a face mask to a music festival or camping of any sort because I'm the lightest sleeper ever and it was just a game changer. So if you want to sleep at a music festival, earplugs, eye mask.
Tricks of the trade that we learned. But anyway, all of that was basically to say that we're still trying to figure out our plan for the High Hopes Festival. It's we always loved the road trips. That's like something we've always loved. Even like when our kids were little, we were road tripping. So they get to go with us on this, and that's all part of the fun. It's part of the experience and the adventure. But yeah, we bought the RV pass, not even having like an RV, but we'll figure it out. It's just one of those things. It's like, here's the struggle that most of you probably all had to deal with that watch this. Unless you're just rich, you have to figure out where to spend your money. It's like we're trying to get our credit card paid off, but yeah, we want this camper or a camper that we've looked at some that we kind of had in mind.
I know.
Why couldn't the money just be a little bit more? But every time I feel like it's just always going to be something. So
yeah, it always finds somewhere to go, and we have kids and they're in activities, and it's just always I think that's just the way of the world, you know? Yeah.
As soon as you get money, you spend it. And I feel like everybody, for the most part, has some level of that. No matter how much money you have. Unless you're like a millionaire that lives with nothing, which is probably very rare.
Yeah. I feel like we all are in the same boat.
This is something we can all relate to.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll figure out a camping situation. And
we will.
If we have a cool enough camping setup, maybe we set up a little interview section for roll through and say what's up to Highly Recommended.
Could be.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the songs.
Okay. I'm going to play you my song. Are you ready?
Sorry, I was napping over here. What? You couldn't tell because of my sunglasses. No, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay.
It's only love me, baby. I'm your superstar again. I was always gonna win. I was so virus. In your eyes, in your mind, in your heart, in your head. I'm your superstar. I'm your superstar. I can't be nothing less. I can't be nothing less.
All right, I'm going to stop it there. And I know you know this song, but I'm kind of, backing away from you've never heard this song before because there's so many good songs that I know you've heard, but I want other people to hear.
We want to talk about all music. We don't want to restrict ourselves to, well, you don't know this song or I don't know this song.
Yes.
So there's so much other music that we both know collectively and we're going to share it.
You've heard this song before because this is a jam of mine that I like to play. I know you know the artist, but do you know the song?
The song's got to be called Superstar, right?
It is, yes.
There's no way that song's not Superstar. I'm a superstar. Wait, is it you or a superstar?
No, I'm
I'm a
Yeah.
superstar. I listened to that song a bunch of times with you, but I still don't really know the words, so
Yeah.
I should probably tune in better and then follow the lyrics on that. But yeah.
Yeah, give it a listen on your own. So,
Superstar by
Rainbow Kitten Surprise, which I know that they're, definitely gaining traction and getting more popular, but I just started listening to Rainbow Kitten Surprise probably within the last year.
Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
Rainbow Kitten Surprise. And
That's a hell of a name.
I know. I have actually a little bit about them. Got together in 2013. They're out of North Carolina, I believe. It was North or South Carolina. It was Derek Keller and Ella Milo. They got together to make some music in a dorm room at Appalachian State University. So their first song was actually recorded in a dorm room. And their name, they got the name from a friend who had just gone through, all it said was a really rough illness. And so they had gone through this rough time and they asked this friend of theirs to name the band. And that person came up with Rainbow Kitten Surprise. So they went with it. They ended up adding 3 more people. And then in 2024, they released Superstar and the album Love Hate Music Box. And they also had their first artist feature with Casey Musgraves. That's just a little bit about
Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
My question on this is, Rainbow Kitten Surprise is it's an interesting name, right? Do you think their name is going to help them stand out? Do you think their name kind of people are going to be like, what the hell is Rainbow Kitten Surprise, and just brush them off because of that?
No, I think their name is awesome.
On first thoughts, you're like, Rainbow Kitten Surprise, and it makes me think of a cartoon or something.
Like a kid's show.
Yeah.
I could see that. I feel like I heard the song first. Who sings the song? And then it's oh, it's Rainbow Kitten Surprise? Well, that's cool. I just want a shirt that has a rainbow and a kitten coming out of a box, surprise.
I'm sure that exists.
I looked on their website and it didn't have any Rainbow Kitten Surprise what you would think. No rainbows. I know, I wanted rainbows.
Where the fuck are your rainbows, Rainbow Kitten Surprise? Put a rainbow on your shirt with a kitten.
Yeah.
I'm confused. You mixed messages here.
I know.
Good music though.
Yes,
that song is very catchy and
yeah.
As soon as you played it and I know the song, I want to kind of move to it.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. It's a feel-good jam for me anyways. So.
All right, if you listen to Rainbow Kitten Surprise, let us know what your favorite song is. But if you don't, check them out and see what you think. All right, I guess it's time for me to play a song, isn't it?
Your turn.
Okay, your song was very upbeat. I'm not sure that this one's quite on the same emotions. We're going to see what you think of this. And you may know this song. You may know this song just like I knew that one, but we'll see. If you don't know this song, you should definitely know the artist.
Is it Tom Petty?
Tom Petty?
Eric Clapton?
Is it Eric Clapton? God damn it, how did you know?
Let you down one last time, so you remember you were mine. Count on me, be something you could never be. 'Cause I'll be free from all this hate, you'll be left behind, carrying the weight.
I feel like that should be the background music of a movie of someone walking through a mystery and they're in a ballroom and they're trying to find who the bad guy is and scoping out the scene.
Who was that? You know who it is. Come on.
No, I don't.
You gotta know who that
I know the voice.
It's Marcus King.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Marcus King.
Yeah.
Marcus King, who formerly was the frontman for the Marcus King Band.
Yeah.
But Marcus King is so good. Mm-hmm. He is blues, country, rock, soul, jam rock.
Yeah, his voice is awesome.
Yeah. So that song is called Fuck My Life Up Again. It's off his most recent album called Mood Swings. There's also a song called Mood Swings, but the album was released in 2024 in April. And that was the first song that I heard off the album, and I've listened to most of the other songs, but that's the one that I like the most. It kind of starts off upbeat, but it goes a little bit dark. A lot of Marcus King's stuff does that, which is very bluesy of him to do that, you know. And I've seen Marcus King at Knuckleheads in Kansas City. That was like when I first found out about Marcus King. I was like, this motherfucker is so good. I saw he was coming to Knuckleheads in Kansas City, so we went to that. Standing right in the front. He's a master at his guitar, right? So he was shredding and all sorts of stuff. He did some cool covers, but the Marcus King band was badass. Born in South Carolina. He's 28 years old, and
No way.
it's really surprising to me. If you see him, you're gonna realize he's kind of younger.
We watched a video after you went to his show, and you were like, let me play this video for you because this guy was awesome. And
Yeah, it might have been Jam in the Band. There's this channel called Jam in the Band. It might have been Marcus King on that. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
he was way younger looking than I thought because his voice is so soulful. He has a definitely like Warren Hayes?
I don't know. They may have actually worked together or played together, if I'm not mistaken, but they got a similar kind of soul.
You were saying something and I kind of cut you off. Do you want to circle back?
I don't know. What did I want to say about Marcus King?
He was from North Carolina.
Okay. Talking about the fact that he's 28 years old, his sound is beyond his years, I think.
Yeah.
If you listen to his lyrics, if you listen to the way he plays, if you just listen to the way the songs kind of evoke emotion, this is his latest album, but he's got several albums out. He's been doing this from a young age, but his music was just like beyond his years, I felt like. Amazing. I don't know. He's an old soul maybe, but really like Marcus King. So one of the other things I found was interesting as I was looking into a little bit more about Marcus King is I checked out an interview where I guess he's sober. I always like to touch on that when I find out an artist is sober, just because I've been through similar struggles with alcohol specifically. And I think a lot of the artists, if it's not alcohol, it's narcotics, or maybe for some people it's speed, but it's one of those things, right?
Yeah, something.
So a lot of people have the struggles with alcohol in the music world. That's prevalent. It's just hard to avoid alcohol. It's so easy to come by, and you play in bars and places that serve alcohol. So it's hard to be around, especially if you're struggling, and that's a trigger for you to be around it. I guess Marcus King is no longer drinking, according to this interview. Also, he's created a foundation, which I think is still in development and being built up, but it is a focus on supporting musicians who are either battling challenges with mental illness or mental health or addiction. It's called the Curfew Foundation, I believe. He's trying to not only better himself, but help other people.
Awesome.
So I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what a good person. All right, so we got our songs out the way. Let's get to the question.
This is something that we've been talking about a lot because we live in a really small house, and we've been trying to figure out ways to accommodate for 4 people living in a 2-bedroom house. What does your dream home look like, and where is it located?
When you first asked this, I was starting to think of a place in a house.
Yes.
It took me about 5 seconds to realize my dream home is not to have a home. I have suppressed wanderlust. Like, all I want to do all the time is go do something. I don't want to be confined to the house. I don't want to be confined to one city or one place. You know, it makes sense when you're raising a family to be in that situation, but ideally, if money was no object, even with kids, I would want to be like on the road. So give me the freedom to have a camper that I can live out of. We've lived out of a camper, and we know it's hard to do with kids, and maybe that wouldn't work. If money was no object, I think it wouldn't even be the camper thing. Maybe it would just be the ability to go stay somewhere for a little bit and then go somewhere else. Home is where you make it. I think you know, like when we go on vacation, I kind of forget all about our house. I don't care about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we doing? What's going on here? And I just live in the moment there.
My answer that I was expecting from you would be something minimal, but a spot where we can call home base, but then to be on the road traveling. We love the ocean and the coasts, but also, you know, we like to go to the mountains and hike. And I was just telling you how something I really want to do this year is get back into the mountains, because it's been, 2 years since we've been to the mountains. We've done other trips instead, and yeah, we just want to go everywhere.
Yeah, some people find it very comforting to find a place and just feel rooted.
Stay there.
But we've always been taking trips, but I think we're really trying to increase that. Like, let's put more travel, prioritize travel. You know, as our financial situation kind of improves a little bit, make the money available not for things or building here.
Right.
We've got a setup that works. Let's go take the trips that we want to take and do as many of those as possible.
So that's my question for you. So what's your question for me? Do you have a question for me?
Say we won $1 million, I bet on the Super Bowl and we win $1 million, which I've been trying that for a few years and
hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't happened yet. Let's just say I win enough to pay off everything and we have no debts, nothing owed, and we have some play money. What's the first thing that you would want to do?
One, I would keep planning trips, and not just trips in the US, but get out of the country, because those are definitely, there's some things we want to do overseas and see some different places. And then I would get more tattoos. And, if money was no object, maybe look at putting a small house on some land. So that would be our home base.
So let's see. The top 3. Travel, tattoos, get your house set up.
And then get a camper so we could travel, continue to do road trips and fun stuff.
Fun stuff.
Just fun stuff. I just want to do fun stuff.
Yeah, nobody wants to do boring stuff.
Yeah, boring stuff is lame.
Well, when you start to realize life is short and you're running out of time,
Yeah.
because, we all have a certain amount of time,
Yeah.
you start to make sure that you think about what is important.
Yeah. Doing the things
Fun
you
stuff
do.
is important, because really, what else are you doing in life? You want to do sad stuff? I know that's...
Could do sad stuff.
Some people work all the time. Sometimes that's necessary to make money, but if you're not enjoying your time and you're only working, not everybody has that desire to want to go travel
That's true.
So everybody's got something, but
Yeah.
I would definitely have more tattoos if we had more money. We'd get our credit card paid off, and then I'll go get some more ink. Because I started off strong. I started off with a big ass dragon on my side when I was 18. But I bet that tattoo now costs over
Yeah, that'd be
$1,500 for that same tattoo.
Yeah.
Then I went and got my other side done up with a tiger, kicking ass with the big tattoos. And I got these. Supposed to finish the sleeve, and then it was not the priority, to have tattoos with other things. So,
Yeah.
and my tattoos are all going to be expensive because I want some big shit. I want some big tats.
You want some big shit.
Yeah, that's why I re-said that. I want some big tattoos, so they're all going to be expensive.
Yes.
So, That was episode 2 of the Highly Recommended Podcast. Hope you enjoyed what we talked about. If you don't know those artists, go check them out. We talked about Rainbow, Kitten Surprise, and Marcus King.
Yeah.
Highly recommend that you check out both those artists.
Yes, and thank you to everyone who has been listening to our podcast. I know we at least have 2 listeners, so I appreciate both of you.
To the 2 listeners, there's more than 2
Thank
of you.
you.
There's more than 2 of you. There might be 3 or 4.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate you for watching this. Hope you enjoy. We're out of here. Peace.